Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. Thank you for joining me wherever you are joining me. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree, but whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. And if you're joining me anywhere, either subscribe, like, definitely follow. We love all the support. We love when our guys reach out and tell us how much they appreciate it. I want to just take a couple seconds to appreciate some of the dudes who I think are really solid support, who I value opinion when it comes to this game. Emery Hunt at fballgameplan. Always been down, knows his stuff, always does his research, doesn't just really shoot from the hip. He always is. If he's talking about it, that means he's done some work on it. CJ, Chris James at CJ Florida 9, another man who I know that if he's talking about it, you can guarantee he's done some work on it. He's not just shooting from the hip. Brandon Howard at B Howard 81, another guy who I think 10 toes down knows the game just as well as anybody does. A great writer, somebody that definitely should be writing on a regular basis for some publication, whether it's nationally or locally. Teron Davenport at T Davenport NFL, one of the writers, the Titans writer, beat writer for NFL Nation. Another man who I've seen, who has tremendous talent, who I've seen grow over the years, become really comfortable behind a microphone, really comfortable in front of a camera. Again, 10 toes down, knows the game, loves the game, studies the game. My boy Malik at Blitz Magazine, always doing this thing, really understands, the game from the fan perspective when it comes to, football, basketball, knows the fight game better than anyone I've ever heard talk about the fight game, and even his criticisms, harsh criticisms of a guy like Floyd Mayweather, he always comes with legitimate doctrine behind it, legitimate knowledge behind it, and I always appreciate that. So I wanted to take a couple minutes to, really shout those guys out who I know in the business really does, really do this and have supported from the beginning. I was thinking about the idea behind Lamar Jackson's contract. I saw someone post on Twitter during the game they wished that Lamar had, done his contract situation before the season that started. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I don't care. And there's a reason why I don't care that he didn't do his contract before the season starts. Because at the end of the day, the talent is the talent. At the end of the day, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter when he does a contract, when that contract gets done. The talent is the talent. This man has consistently put the Baltimore Ravens on his back since he's been the quarterback. He has been the focus of the offense. And someone said, well, he would be the focus of the offense. They've tailored the offense around his skills. That's what every team should do. If you have a quarterback right now and you don't think that the offense is tailored around their skills, then the offensive coordinator is failing. Like, I don't think Jason Garrett has done a bad job in New York. A lot of people don't like Jason Garrett. They want him gone. The one mistake I think that Jason Garrett has made is that Jason Garrett hasn't allowed Daniel Jones to use his legs more. That's why when all of a sudden we get to this game versus Washington and you see Daniel Jones use his legs regularly, everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is the best version of Daniel Jones. Well, guess what? That was always going to be the best version of Daniel Jones because the talent is the talent. Now, is Daniel Jones being a Payless version of Lamar Jackson what you really wanted at a quarterback? I don't know. Not me. I don't want to rent a center Lamar Jackson. I want a real Lamar Jackson. But there's only one Lamar Jackson. And so it doesn't matter that he doesn't have an agent. It doesn't matter that he hasn't gotten a contract done because the talent is the talent. The talent is the agent. He knows all I have to do is go and look at what the top quarterbacks make. I'm coming in somewhere around there. You just gave Josh Allen a ridiculous contract. Start there and go up. Not, well, we don't know if we're going to give you what Josh Allen got. No, I'm getting what Josh Allen got. Start there and go up. So what's the need for an agent? And again, if you're a talent like none other, then an agent is the least of the problems. You don't need the agent for contracts. The agent's job is to get you the money that you're not already going to get. So I'm not saying that the agent's not important. The agent is important because the agent should be looking out for getting you that long-term money, that money, that residual money, that money that just keeps coming for the rest of your life. That's what the agent should be doing. The agent should be getting you the commercial deals, should be getting you the apparel contract, should be getting you whatever other endorsement things that you might have going on. That's what the agent is supposed to do. But when it comes to these contracts, especially in some of these other sports like basketball, where everything is slotted and you're going to get what you're going to get because you're that talented, what's the use? Now, if you're a middle of the road player, you got to be honest with yourself. If you're on the bottom, you got to be honest with yourself. Yes, you need an agent because that agent might be the difference between a $15 million contract and a $25 million contract with the right incentives. Notice I said the right incentives because they're going to know that things. But if you're Lamar Jackson, you're not playing with incentives. You're not putting in a if I rush over $1,000 incentive bonus. I do that regularly, so you need to pay me as if I do that regularly. You're not putting in if I lead the league in touchdown incentives because you do that already. You're already one of the best passers when it comes to efficiency, when it comes to touchdowns in the NFL since you stepped foot in the NFL. So why would you make that an incentive? You're going to get that anyway. The talent is the agent, ladies and gentlemen. I know nothing about being a sports agent. I could negotiate Lamar Jackson's contract. That is not a diss to sports agents because I couldn't figure out how to get you more money if you were not Lamar Jackson. I wouldn't be able to figure out your contract if you were just a regular old run-of-the-mill, middle tier, lower top 40 quarterback. If you were a backup quarterback, I couldn't negotiate your deal. That's not what I'm saying. Understand that the talent is the agent. So if I had the talent, of course, I know how hard is it to broker LeBron James' deal? It's not hard at all. Hey, give my guy the max. Thank you. The end. How hard is it to broker Kevin Durant's deal? Hey, give my guy the max. That's it. Boom, over. So we don't have to worry about the talent, because that talent will tell you how much money they should make based off all the other talent. I'm wealthy in talent, so I need to be wealthy in money. It's that simple. I'm the most talented player on the court, so I need to have all the money. Simple, easy, done. Period. There's nothing to think about. When the talent is the talent, then we don't have to have these conversations. There's no need. Yet we do. Why? Because we want to find another reason to discredit. And man, do we spend a lot of time discrediting where there's not reason to discredit. We don't waste nearly that much time criticizing people who need to be criticized. Zach Wilson, he needs to be criticized. Trevor Lawrence, he needs to be criticized. You know why? Because everybody told us that they were going to walk into the league ready. So if they were going to walk into the league ready, then why have they played like trash? Why? If they were going to walk into the league ready, why did they play like trash? Oh, I know why. Because now it's all about the coaching, and it's always been about that, but you only say it in certain extents. You don't want to admit that certain quarterbacks get held back by their coaches, but you'll admit it in other cases. You won't admit that some defensive ends can't be unlocked in certain defenses, but you'll admit it in other cases. You won't admit that some guys are just better coordinators or better special teams coaches or better tight end coaches than they are head coaches, but you will in other cases. Why do we pick and choose? These things don't have to be on a paint as you go type of situation. We could just tell the truth from the beginning. Hey, if you're in a bad situation as a quarterback, guess what? You're probably going to struggle. And if you don't, you're lucky. And if you don't, you're lucky. Not you're otherworldly talented, that other person's not good, but then this person's good, but he's in the wrong situation. All of a sudden now we're ready to say that Sam Darnold was in the wrong situation in New York after two games. One versus a team that's not good, and then the other versus a team that had like 18 players gone. But we're ready to just crown it and say, nope, we were right with our analysis that 4 years ago when we said he was going to be the best in the league. Guess what? He's still not the best. Even after these two games, I'm not taking him over some of these other guys. Stop it. I'm not taking Sam Darnold over any quarterback that I think is good in the NFL right now. Not a one. And that includes Tyrod Taylor. That includes Teddy Bridgewater. Guys that many people try to discredit and say they're not as good as what they are. Because the talent is the contract. And I'm not giving Sam Darnold $150 million. I'm sorry. Not giving it to him. If that's what he wants, he can go and fleece somebody else. He can go Kirk Cousins somebody else. Because I'm not giving him that type of money. People all of a sudden want to go, oh, well, Derek Carr, we told you he was really, really good. What? After two games, one versus a Baltimore defense that has been literally pillaged by injuries, in the first game of the year, at home, in a sold-out crowd, first time in the arena, full capacity, and against a team that's, dealing with issues. What? Because they just lost their best defensive player because they have a couple people out. Like, we're ready to just crown them, but no talk about Teddy Bridgewater nationally. No talk about Teddy Bridgewater from the people that cover Teddy Bridgewater for a living. Nope. And you know why I'm not like, oh my God, Teddy Bridgewater, all of you guys are wrong? Because it's only been two games. I like what he's doing, but I'm not surprised by what he's doing because he's done this his entire career. And it's two games versus teams that I don't think are particularly good, but I still like to see him balling out. But when will you add him to the, oh my God, you were wrong category? I don't know. All I know for sure is that the talent is the talent. That the talent is the agent. If you have talent, then guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Your agent becomes null and void. And don't get me wrong. Please don't get it mistaken. I'm not saying if you have enough talent to make it to the league. I'm saying if you are the 1% of the 1%. If you're Lamar Jackson, the agent doesn't matter. Not when it comes to the playing contract. The agent matters after that. So if I'm Lamar Jackson, once I sign my contract, then I'm going to go and get an agency to find me all of the deals that I need outside of the game to make me the money that I need to make money outside of the game, because that's what they should be doing. It's been a great couple of weeks, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next, ladies and gentlemen. That's Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. Thank you for joining me. Wherever you are joining me, rate the show, comment, agree, disagree. But whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. And if you're joining me on that YouTube channel, we're almost at 2,000. Keep subscribing. Peace.